Hi, this is Laura, the e-learning developer, and I'm going to show you how to create snazzy little buttons like this. I'm going to show you how you can resize screenshots and help align them to just, make some of your images or wording pop in a document, and also show you how to take your iStock photos and make them much smaller and still retain the crispness that you need to have. In order to do this, we're going to need Snagit, and I use Snagit 10. Now, most of you who are viewing this, who I've sent the link out to, or you've been sent this link, it must mean that you probably have Snagit and you're trying to learn how to use it. So for this first screener, I'm going to show you how to use the all-in-one capture. I'm going to show you just 3 of the options that I use most often in Snagit, and then just how to capture an image, whether it's from a website, a Word document, or iStock photo. And I have a little tip for that, so I'll show you that in a second. When you're using Snagit, you're going to see that you have profiles. In Snagit 10, one of the new features is this all-in-one capture. This is pretty awesome because this means that you can take a capture, or Snagit as I call it, of an entire full screen, or I can just take it of a bit of a screen, especially when I'm trying to just take like a thumbnail or something that will help a student or a teacher even later on. And then you'll also see this big red capture button. I use that most often, although most of you also can use the print screen button, but I like to always click the red button. And then we're going to have 3 options that you can use. The cursor, if you highlight the cursor button, what this does is that when you make a capture, it will keep your mouse cursor on the screen. I like to take this off though because I find it very distracting to see an arrow, because I think it's something that I should be paying attention to. Well, when really, most of the time when you take a screenshot, you're just trying to show the picture of the actual document. And I can show you how to do arrows a little bit later. Also, you're going to, so I'm going to take that off. You always want to keep on the preview and editor. What this does is that after you've taken a screenshot, it will open Snagit Editor, so that way you can then edit it, resize it, put arrows, label it. You can do all sorts of things with it. And then you want to use the timed capture. This is especially helpful if you're using a drop-down box and you need to show one of the options in a drop-down box. I don't use this very much, but I use it very occasionally. If you do use it, if you click on it, you enable it, and then it usually will default to 10. I put it on 5 seconds. And what that does is that it gives you a countdown timer to when it's going to take the picture, so you have a chance to set it up correctly the way that you want the picture to show up. Okay, so let me cancel out of that, and let's start with a website. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to put my Snagit far over to the side, and you can always click back on it on your taskbar. I'm going to bring up Blackboard, and let's say I want to take a picture of this because I need to make sure students know what to click, and we're going to tell them that they need to click on part 1, where's my time. So I have the screen ready, and then I'm going to click the capture button. You'll notice that I have these great crosshairs. What you're going to do is that you're going to left click where you want to start, and then just drag it on over, and then when I've found where I want it to be, I'm going to release it. And you'll notice that Snagit Editor shows up. What I'm going to do here is you can just go to File, Save As, or you can do other things, and I'll show you how to do that later. What you can also do is you can take a Word document, and you can also, here I've made little buttons, can take a screenshot, and I can just capture it right there, and then I have a button that's made. The other great thing I can do is I can open up my iStock folder of images and I find a picture I want, like this one right here. I'm going to click Preview, and what you'll notice is that when it comes up, you can then zoom in and out and make it as small or as large as I want. So I'm going to make it fairly small, and then I hit the capture button, and then I'm just going to take a picture of exactly what I want to see, and you see that I cut the bottom out, and that's fine. So that's the end of this one, and I'll show you how to use Editor in the next part.